Okay, so now what we need to do is work on this area down here that looks a little bit complex. And at first glance, it actually is pretty complex. Basically, we have this vent area, I guess where there's a fan back there. And the vent area has all of these little holes here, a lot of them. And these holes have a distinct shape. If I pull up a reference image here, I can show you a little close-up here of the holes. The holes basically have these six-sided sort of polygon or hexagons, whatever they are. And they're six-sided, and they resemble the shape or the pattern of honeycombs in a beehive. Okay? So we need to create that pattern and basically punch that into the metal here of our object. And then of course we have these little panel things down here, which we'll be, creating, so that's not such a big deal. So first thing I'm going to do is knock the easy stuff out of the way. I'm going to knock out these panels in this video and set up some base geometry for this area here with the honeycomb pattern. And we'll just start chipping away at this and see what we can do. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here and I'm going to identify the area I'm going to work with, which is this big polygon area right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break this up into two parts. The area here with the holes with the honeycomb pattern, and the area down here with these little rectangular panels. So I'm going to take the knife tool, big surprise there, and I'm going to make a cut about maybe right here, and I'll make another cut probably over here just to separate that. Then I'm going to take this polygon in the middle here, and I'm going to take the knife tool, and I'm going to make a cut maybe about right there. Maybe I'll adjust that, move that down a little bit. Okay, and I'll also make a cut just below the lower panel right there, because it looks like there's two of those. Okay, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to edge mode. I'm going to select this edge and this edge. I'm going to subdivide those evenly down the middle once. Then I'm going to take these two polygons here. I'm going to inset them. Again, once you have a technique that works pretty good for lots of stuff, why not exploit it and use it over and over again as much as you can. Squeeze as much juice as you can out of it. I'm going to extrude this and push this in a little bit, like so, just to make that look a little bit more interesting. Now those polygons still selected, I'll go in my back view here, and I'm going to take my knife tool. I'm going to make some cuts, kind of like what we did previously in the other area of the back panel. And then I'm going to take these thin little strips of polygons, take the knife tool again, and I'm going to make some straight cuts here to basically create these rectangular holes. I'm going to take these little strips of polygons here, Control D to extrude, punch them in a little bit, and then hit delete to get rid of them. I'm not going to bevel them because it looks in the image like they're supposed to be these rectangular squarish looking holes. Okay, so I'm going to leave that alone. Right up here, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to finish this little kind of base geometry area for the air vent. Okay, I'm going to take that big polygon. I'm going to make one more knife cut about up here. It's fine. Okay, so right there. So basically I have this polygon isolated, which is going to be dedicated to that area right there with the holes. And just to make sure that works out pretty good, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that polygon and I'm going to inset it. And I'm going to inset it to the point where the insetted polygon kind of borders just on the outside of the farthest reaches of these holes. So on the top, you can see that the polygon, if I maximize this view, you can see the top edge of this polygon goes just above those holes, and the right edge goes just past the right side of the holes, same with the left, and same with the bottom. So it encompasses the holes and just overshadows them a little bit. That's going to be the base area where my holes are going to go. Okay, now how do we actually create those holes? Well, there's different techniques about going about it, but we can see that we have a lot of holes here. There's a lot of holes to take care of. So what I'm going to use is I'm going to use a tool called Boolean in Softimage, which is going to allow me to punch through those holes quickly and easily. But we're going to see that in the next video because it's a pretty involved process. So I'm going to end this video here, and in the next one we're going to go ahead and see how we can take care of creating those holes.